unique value proposition. Now, customers are inundated with information. In fact, they have very short attention spans. So you need your unique value proposition to grab them, to shake them, to get them out of their seats and really compel them. In fact, that's the point of a unique value proposition. It's what's compelling about your product or service. That's what you're communicating. It's also the why behind the wants and needs. Why do they want your product? Why do they need your product? That's the question that you're answering. If you can answer that question, you're in really good shape. Next, you want them to understand what value you're delivering, which is really important. It also has to be relevant to them. It has to make sense. It has to resonate with them, which is really important, right? Now, I always like to talk in terms of benefits, and if we can talk in terms of benefits, it's much stronger than talking in terms of features. Entrepreneurs love to talk about all the features they have, but really the unique value proposition is expressed in terms of what benefit you're delivering to the customer. If you can get that, you can marry it to a feature. You talk about the benefit, and then you can marry it to a feature or what's special or unique about you, but that's really what's going to grab them. Also, unique value propositions, if you can make them emotional, if you can connect to their emotions, if you can talk to their value systems or their belief systems, it becomes much more powerful. And that is really important. So the more unique, the better. But one of the things that I think is important is that I want you to focus a little bit more on the value proposition, meaning the strength of the value proposition, and then we can add the uniqueness, because that's secondary to having a very strong value proposition. And then finally, tell a story. And it's very important that you weave together the different value propositions that you come up with, the different points that you come up with, to weave it into a story. The more you can weave it into a story, the stronger that it's going to be. To get our brains going, to think about the value propositions that you're delivering to your customers, I've come up with some triggers, some things that will kind of trigger your brain and guide you through this process. Now, the question that I want you to ask is, what value are you delivering to your customer? That's the key question. So let's take a look at a couple of these. First of all, saving money, saving time, making it easier, making someone happier or more joyful, reducing stress, providing personal satisfaction, making them beautiful or more beautiful, making them smarter or more educated, greater personal security, safer, worrying less, more freedom and choice, and who doesn't want more freedom or choice? More financially secure, reducing physical pain, increasing quality or increasing efficiency for B2B companies is very important, reducing hassle, once in a lifetime experience, increasing creativity or improving the environment, or innovation. Those are all things that can trigger you to think more about why the customer wants your product or service, why they want it, what's valuable to them, right? A list of these are on our website, and all they're designed to do is just trigger you to start thinking about how to get to that value proposition. Even when you're marketing to the masses, you're still simply speaking to a single human being at any given time. So I really love that quote because it is all about connecting to an individual and delivering what value it is to them. The important thing is that it's all about the customer, and that's the thing you need to remember, all about the customer. It's not about you, it's not about your product, it's not about how great you are, how great your product is. It's everything about the customer. Now, in a lot of cases, it's like walking in their shoes. You have to get within the perspective of the customer and really understand them. Customers are always asking themselves, what's in it for me? How is this going to improve my life? How is this going to benefit me? Those are the questions that are floating through your customer's mind, and those are the questions that you actually want to address in your unique value proposition. Why are your value propositions so important? Because they're integrated into absolutely everything that you do from a marketing and messaging perspective. And this is what you use to communicate with your customers. All these things tie into your value proposition. And the key thing is that value propositions make you stay consistent. It's a consistent message that floats through everything. So you're always referring back to these messages. Let's take a look at an example here. Amazon Prime. Now, I'm a Prime member. I love Prime. I use it literally almost every day. And believe it or not, there are 90 million Prime subscribers right now, which is crazy. It's been a raging success. And it's a raging success because I believe of the value proposition that it has. And really, Amazon has come up with a great value proposition, and they promote it all over their website. So let's take a look at the value proposition for Amazon Prime. The first thing is that you're going to save money. That's the key thing that floats through the entire messaging strategy. As they build their story, that's what floats through. So they tell you things like you're going to get your purchases fast. It's going to save time and convenience. You're going to save money because you don't have to pay for shipping. Shopping from over 100 million prime items. It communicates a huge selection and convenience, one-stop shop. Get access to even more videos, music, and audiobooks. And the value there is that you don't have to use another streaming service. Again, you're saving money. Special rewards, more money savings. Access to products before they become available to the general public. That says that you're special to Amazon, and you're going to get inventory that other people don't have access to. And then save your photos to the cloud. You have unlimited storage, and that's convenience. And again, more money savings. And that's what's important. When Amazon brings that all together, there's a thread, a story that's actually woven that you're going to save money and it's more convenient. You can hear that through every one of the value propositions. Yes, what they do is they take the value proposition and marry it to the feature, and that's actually what comes up with really what makes it special. So let's get some practice in working with unique value propositions. I want to take a look at a couple of well-known companies that hopefully you know. First of all, Evernote. Evernote is an application for taking notes. So their proposition is never forget anything. And really what they're doing is they're relieving stress, they're relieving anxiety because you don't need to worry. They've got it under control for you. So the next company is Target. And Target is about all life's essentials at the best price. And really what they're talking about there is saving money and making it easy. One-stop shop. So nice and convenient, right? And the next company is Lyft. Go where you want to, when you want to go. I kind of like that. And basically it just says that it's convenient, it's on demand, it's there when you want it. And that's a really strong value proposition. It talks about freedom and choice. Why is a unique value proposition important to investors? Well, first of all, they're evaluating you and your business based on the strength of your value proposition. They're looking at it to say, is this compelling enough for a customer? Am I compelled by this? In fact, if they can identify with your value proposition, all the better, because that connection can be very, very strong. That might be a reason why they invest right there. They're looking to see if it's unique enough. And while uniqueness is important to investors, it may not be important to your customers so much, more the value proposition is, but investors care about uniqueness. They like to invest in unique businesses, so that's important for them. And finally, they're looking to see if the message is consistent. They're going to check all of your other strategies, your marketing strategies, your go-to-market strategy, and make sure that your value proposition carries consistently throughout that. So they're going to check for that as well. So entrepreneurs oftentimes get confused between unique value proposition and unique competitive advantage. And I understand why, because they are similar in some ways, but let me talk a little bit about the differences. First of all, unique value proposition, it's all about the customer, right? That's all that we're talking about is the customer. When we talk about a competitive advantage, it's much more about the market. It's much more about how you're positioned in the market. Now, a value proposition should be unique, but it's not essential. In a competitive advantage, a unique competitive advantage is essential. You need to be unique in that. The other thing is that a value proposition is really used much more for your marketing and your messaging, where your unique competitive advantage is much more about the market and how you position yourself accordingly. So don't get the two confused. So let's take a look at a quick example. And I picked Google search because I love Google and I use it every day, and so do you. And so first thing, what's the benefit to the customer? What's the benefit to me specifically? Well, I know that when I type in a search, I'm going to get the most accurate result possible, and that's really important for me. It's very fast. I get my results as fast as any search engine out there. I love that, right? It's easy to use. I don't really have to think a whole lot. And Google actually answers my questions before I even have to ask them sometimes. That's how smart the engine is. So to me, those are all really important things to me. But how about their unique competitive advantage? Well, a couple of things. From a consumer's perspective, I don't care so much, but from an industry perspective, very important. First thing is that I have the largest index on the internet, which is amazing. Second thing is that they have the most accurate search technology available, which is great in the industry. And the third thing is they have more users than anybody else. But again, as a consumer, I don't care about those things so much. As an industry and positioned, I do. So you can see the difference between what I care about and versus how they're positioned in the industry. And that's the difference between value proposition and competitive advantage. I really hope you found this video valuable. Now, the best conversations start with you. So make sure that you leave a comment, a question, or maybe a takeaway that you got from watching this video. And you're not only going to help yourself, but other entrepreneurs as well. We're adding new videos all the time, so make sure you subscribe to our channel and get access to all this great content that will help you build your business. Oh yeah, make sure that you also share this video with a friend because they can benefit from it too. Be sure to visit entrepreneurnow.com to subscribe to our newsletter, Launch. Now, you'll get exclusive access to articles, free videos, interviews with world-class entrepreneurs, access to our live events, and insider tips that you can't get anywhere else. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Entrepreneur Now TV. If you want help with making your business a huge success, then go to entrepreneurnow.com and learn from successful entrepreneurs that will take you step by step through the process of creating and growing your business. Whether you need help with things like a business or financial plan, your overall business strategy, tactical marketing and sales execution, or obtaining financing, we will be right there every step of the way to help you. Every entrepreneur I know benefits from having someone right there as they launch and grow their business. So we provide one-on-one and group mentoring to all our members. In addition, our members get access to on-demand videos, all our live events, financial planning tools, and a library of worksheets and resources at their fingertips. And the best part of all is you're part of a community of entrepreneurs that learn and inspire each other. So now is the time for you to take action. Go to entrepreneurnow.com and join us today. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. They went from 5,000 beta testers to 75,000 beta testers literally overnight. So on an income statement, very typical that you have gross revenue less any adjustments equals net revenue. And that's actually how it works.